Conversation with the Great Earth Spirit, Gaia, Part 6. Ancestral Connections and the Cyclical Principle. The universe, like many other systems, follows cyclical patterns. These patterns have a central core that projects outward, creating the different dimensions we experience. Similarly, your connection to your ancestors forms a cycle. Your original ancestors represent the center, while you stand on the outer layer. This cycle typically extends 7 generations back, including yourself and your ancestors. It aligns with the cycle of roughly 12,000 years. As discussed previously, these cycles encompass 6,000 years of prosperity followed by 6,000 years of decline. Reflected in your ancestral cycle diagram, the first half embodies the prosperous era, while the second half represents the declining phase. This mirrors natural cycles like day and night, inhalation and exhalation, birth and death. Within you reside these two forces, each associated with deities, constructive and destructive, working in a delicate balance at the appropriate time. You are on the verge of completion of this declining cycle, where the new dawn of prosperity lies ahead. The specific individuals within this cycle, your parents, grandparents, and so on, were recognized and named in ancient traditions, marking a certain era. These traditions also held that ancestors could communicate with their descendants through various signs and events. This communication played a significant role in various aspects of life, including marriage choices. Ancestral guidance was sought for various issues like disease, social conflicts, and instability. Early conflicts were believed to begin between individuals, escalating to family and tribal conflicts if left unresolved. Ultimately, unresolved conflicts could manifest as national issues or even physical diseases. However, unlike the complex challenges we face today, ancient cultures often addressed problems early on, preventing such escalation. Instead of advanced science, these societies employed their understanding of social connections and structures. They analyzed problems meticulously, breaking them down to isolate root causes. Consequently, most issues were resolved through peaceful means, like persuasion and rituals. Even environmental problems, such as droughts, were addressed by seeking appeasement of deities. Navigating the ancestral sphere. Glinitharu. The Glinitharu. Later on, as society lost touch with natural rhythms, they employed a copper disc, representing your ancestral and deities' sphere. This disc was engraved and mapped with concentric circles of hierarchies of deities and ancestors of different lineages, with you at the center. The Glinitharu and beyond. Deities and the cosmos, the three realms. The Glinitharu disc features 3 rotating circles, resembling a gyroscope. Each circle represents a major realm and it is mapped with corresponding deities. Inner circle, underworld, represents the inner spheres of life, encompassing our primal nature. Middle circle, earth, represents the earthly realm, where we currently exist. Outer circle, heavens, represents the extreme exterior spheres of life, encompassing our future potential. Deities of each realm. These realms are not associated with good or evil but rather represent different aspects of existence. Each realm houses its own deities. As such, the middle circle represents earthly deities and mostly your ancestors. Then when these ancestors become too ancient relative to your time and multitude, they become a deity. Outer circle, heavens. Heavenly deities represent our future potential in various spheres of life. These are mostly gods and supreme beings. Middle circle, earth. Earthly deities oversee our current experiences in the physical world. Mostly ancestors and minor earth deities. Inner circle, underworld. Underworld deities embody our primal nature and hidden aspects. These are usually primal spirits and the ancient ones. Beyond astrology. The Glinitharu offers a broader understanding than astrology. While astrology focuses on celestial bodies as distant objects, the Glinitharu views them as living beings, deities residing in their respective realms and influencing our lives. Interacting with deities. Unlike celestial bodies in astrology, these deities are not simply passive observers. They possess consciousness and can be interacted with for guidance and understanding. Misconceptions. The notion of evil, underworld deities is a misconception. The underworld simply represents our inner, primal aspects, not inherently negative. Similarly, the heavens represent our future potential, not merely an external space. A spectrum of existence. All these realms and deities form a continuous spectrum. From the source, energy flows through us, expressing itself through our primal self, inner world, and ultimately our future potential, outer world. Your ancestors and deities. To your left are your matrimonial ancestors, mother's side, and to your right, the patrimonial ancestors, father's side. Above you reside the sun deities, representing physical activities and the waking life, and below, the moon deities, representing the inner world of the unseen. Your immediate circle. In the center circle, the outer layer depicts your relationship with your immediate surroundings, your village, city, clan. Your parents and immediate deities also occupy this layer, one above and one below you. It was a custom that wherever you went, these entities remained with you, always ready to hear and respond when sought for help. Ancestral protection and community integration. In ancient traditions, ancestral deities served as powerful guardians, offering protection beyond the limitations of physical security measures. Unlike modern security systems, these deities possessed foresight, enabling them to anticipate and thwart potential harm directed towards individuals or the entire community. This understanding held significant importance, particularly for new members like newborns, couples, and immigrants. Through invitation ceremonies, these individuals formally connected with the ancestral deities, fostering a sense of belonging and deep connection to the community and its traditions. Furthermore, specific, minor deities were associated with various skills and tasks. Initiation ceremonies activated these deities, granting individuals the necessary knowledge and wisdom to excel in their chosen pursuits. Connecting with ancestors. This intricate system allowed individuals to navigate and connect with their ancestors and deities, seeking guidance and resolving ancestral issues. Ceremonies often took place at night, utilizing white stones to map the ancestral and deity locations. The navigation process. Standing at sunset orientation, individuals would navigate the Glenutharu by moving right, accessing the paternal ancestral line, moving backward, connecting with sun deities, moving left, accessing the maternal ancestral line, moving forward, reaching the moon deities. Seeking guidance. While navigating, individuals could ask questions and converse with their ancestors and deities, seeking the source of their difficulties. Permission was sought to access different ancestral groups. Offerings were made to seek resolution, protection, and forgiveness. Alternative methods. In some cases, individuals volunteered or family members would physically align as decoys, representing the ancestors, allowing communication through them. Later, shamans or medicine men took over this role, and finally, the copper disc or clay disc became the primary tool. Modern applications. Even today, navigating the Glenutharu can be done in various ways. Sketching the diagram on paper. Employing pictures arranged according to the layout. Using volunteers as representatives, if available. Q&A. Ancestral deities and modern life. Question. In our modern society, how can we invite these deities and integrate them into our lives? Answer. These deities are ever present with you, but their existence often goes unnoticed due to neglect and unawareness. This oversight can lead to more challenging and unfavorable situations, creating internal conflicts. The lack of respect and reverence may result in the deities withdrawing their protection and guidance. Once you acknowledge their presence, introduce yourself to them as explained earlier. While they may not respond immediately, persistence will gradually allow them to reveal their true relationship to you. Question. Can you provide more insight into the sun deities and the moon deities? Answer. The sun and the moon represent masculine and feminine energies, embodying the yin and yang concept. These deities complement each other, one representing ascending energies and the other, descending. Harmony is achieved when an individual balances between being aggressive, protective, and forthcoming, and being nurturing, tolerant, and compassionate. Sun deities predominantly govern physical activities and the waking state, while moon deities oversee unseen forces like dreams, thoughts, and emotions. These deities form entire worlds that individuals can explore to gain wisdom. The minor deities mentioned earlier are subgroups within these realms, focusing on specific aspects such as career and community tasks. When in harmony, these deities guide an individual's life path and community role. Question: if I understand correctly, you mentioned creating new deities due to our disharmony with existing ones? Answer: after a period of great chaos, the emergence of free will became a gift. This ability to make individual choices marked the greatest outcome of the shattering of the tree of life. Individuals can now evolve and establish new relationships with various deities, creating connections beyond ancestral ties. It is a personal choice whether to reconnect with the ancient past or embark on a new path. The ancient past will conclude its cycles as we approach the end of the declining phase. Question: this seems reminiscent of the classical Adam and Eve story with the tree of knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life? Answer: indeed, the parallel is apt. By choosing the path of free will over eternal life, individuals become vulnerable to the potential pitfalls of ascending towards the source and center on their own, leading to oblivion. The metaphorical tree of life and the fruit of knowledge of good and evil represent an awareness endowed to individuals. There are channels to different worlds inhabited by beings that have chosen to remain in paradisiacal places but adhere to the rules and principles of their specific worlds. The outer regions, however, house solitary beings with treacherous and nefarious tendencies, lurking in the shadows to exploit innocent souls.